People play Mech Mage a little bit wrong and think of it as a more aggro deck than it is. In reality, Mech Mage is pretty much a mid-range deck. You should play it kind of similar to like mid-range Pally and Druid. Trade off a lot instead of going face. I guess this just reinforces that even more because without fireballs, you can't like just go for it. You know, you need to hold board control. I'm not sure if this list is 100% exactly what Brad was playing, but I think it's pretty much it. I always feel that it's kind of weird to play Cog. I'm always scared of Mad Scientist. It's okay though, it's still good. If I play Mad Scientist, he trades. Let's go and play Mad Scientist. I think it's a little bit better. I also was considering Coin Ping, and that way I can like Frostbolt next turn like a Mech Warper, and then like save my Mech Warper till like turn 3 or 4 where I can swarm the board. I don't know, it seems a little bit weird. Because I have no other mechs, so. Everlong, 444, thanks for subbing. There's a Crowfist. So hopefully I get a mech, although worst case is I can just Mech Warper plus Cog. This is kind of weird, because if I just flood the board to get Blast Maged, it's going to go really bad for me. I'm just going to play Mirror Entity here while I can develop it. Mech Warper does kind of get better later on when you can swarm the board. I can reversing switch one of his guys. Don't have 3 mana. Actually, that's pretty good. The one I'm gonna reversing switch, I guess it has to be the Mana Worm. There's no way for me to clear for Blast Mage, but... Okay, that's not the worst. I need to play efficiently as I run out of cards, right? So I might consider doing like a more efficient move, Frostbolt, attack. It's probably not that better. Let's just go on Blast Mage. Yeah, let's go ahead and kill it. The problem is he has some spare parts. Like, if I just freeze this and then play Cog, he'll probably trade plus ping, and I can just ping that guy next turn, but there's spare parts like armor plating, and also the time rewinder, so I like just killing it. I like playing this a little better. It's less weak to the ping. Like, I guess it's worse for him to ping the Kaceytron for me than to ping this guy. Yeah, like you can see how taking out Fireball is pretty good. Like, Fireball in these situations just is a very underwhelming card as you trade. There's almost no minions that are good to Fireball. It's more like the burn at the end. This gives me a lot better chance to top deck some nice minions. Although his deck has some more minions too, it seems. Still honest, at least. Uh-oh. Okay, I think I'm dead. I don't think it's worth to coin out the other Clockwork Gnome here. It would have been kind of nice against like the 3-4, but... From what I've seen, Mech Mage Mirror oftentimes going to play as efficiently as possible, and that means like using your hero power a lot if you can. So maybe on turn 1 I shouldn't play Clockwork Gnome and maybe coined out like a 2-3. Because oftentimes it comes down to who runs out of cards first. Like you're both trading a lot, so it's like a balance between tempo and value. Okay, I guess this isn't Mech Mage. I have the Cloak and Field Archknight, that's pretty cool. I'm probably gonna have to trade here. It seems kind of gross, but... Actually, as I run out of cards, like something that's possible is just to ping this guy, go face, and then make it all trade with my Kaceytron. The problem is I need to like survive till turn 7 or 8 in good shape, while having stuff to do every turn. I guess this is a decent turn for Mirror Entity. I'm not sure which cards this mage is using. Like Lotheb is certainly in his deck. Bomb Lobber maybe. But I figure I can just develop it another turn. It's not like this turn's particularly special maybe. And honestly I don't think giving him the 1 mana matters that much for Sorcerer Apprentice here. Okay, so it's probably Mirror Entity. It's not too bad, because even if he does this trade, I believe I can use a Coolant, so I can just Coolant plus ping this, and then ping it next turn. I won't really have to trade the other Spider Tank for it. I'm not attacking because I just lose my guys too poorly. Like, I'm okay with this trade plus the ping. It's not too bad for me. Alright, so this is almost turning Duplicate. I think we don't want to kill this because he's almost out of cards. If I proc the Duplicate, he has stuff to do next turn. You know, his hand might not be proactive things to do that great. It's not like I have a great trade into this guy. Oh, never mind. Alright, I think it's pretty good. We can Cloak Archmage and then, yeah, that's really good. Unless he has Lotheb. Basically this Coolant is actually really good because on turn 9 I can double Fireball plus Coolant something, probably the Shredder. So, like that Coolant is actually really helpful. Yeah, so I should be able to kill most of his board with the Fireballs. I will play this game kind of grindy and not just race here Let's see, if I freeze, go face, that's 8, 11. That's probably not gonna die Fireball. And also, like, I have Boom and I have the late game, so I should definitely play safe. Actually, I can freeze. Which one's better to freeze? This one's actually better. Oh, see, I'm playing Spider Tank instead of this Fireball. I still think Fireball's better. So I still don't have lethal. I'm gonna need to find some time to trade at some point. The problem is I'm limited by mana. I'm gonna have to do some like really risky calculations here. 9 plus 13 is 22. I'm not sure if I can win double fireballing. Boom, I can't really win the race either. I guess what I can do is Fireball plus Spider Tank. Or resubbing. There's a Crowfist. I'm only going to keep 1-2 drop. The Mad Scientist is easily better. Well, I mean, another thing is like, Kaceytron just is not a great 2-drop against these decks. Like, maybe I would keep Chugger or Mech Warper for sure. Kaceytron's the worst one against Shaman. It trades very badly against things like Haunted Creeper. If I play Chugger here, I could start freezing him for weapons. It's easy to kill though, and I don't even get the secret down. I think I'm just going to play Mad Scientist and then play all of these next turn, because like this is also a mech, so I can save it for the Mech Warper spam. I can't really break up this creeper. I think it's too risky against the Flame Tongue Totem. Flame Tongue Totem is still good here, but I don't think it's as good. Pretty much all my minions can trade with the creeper anyways. It's not like I have any 1-3s. I don't think I need a proc Mad Scientist this turn. I'm fairly tempted to just trade for Creeper with everything, but I mean, he didn't play Flame Tongue last turn. And I get to freeze his face for weapons, potentially. I guess it's not a big deal either way, but it didn't work out any different, I think. Gonna just kill the minions this turn. I could have froze his face, but leaving up one guy, it's still like something against Flame Tongue Totem. And another thing is the Mirror Entity. It's I guess it's pretty bad for me to Mirror Entity Flame Tongue Totem. He can just Flame Tongue Totem and kill my Flame Tongue Totem. Definitely have to kill the Drake. Spell power is too scary. I think he's too far behind. Actually, no, I get a freeze on his face. See, I just want to rush her down with early minions. So this is kind of a perfect hand. Clockwork Gnome isn't great, but it's still a 1-drop. And against Druid, it's definitely a keep. I guess against Rogue, I strongly consider mulliganing Clockwork Gnome because like they usually don't have anything to do early anyways, and they can just attack with their dagger. It's kind of better to just mulligan it for another card a lot of times. Druid is not like that though. I do have a payoff for Mech perk. I can play both of these next turn. Yeah, let's go for it. I don't think it's particularly important. I mean, it's decent to keep late game as well. I was able to hit my mana curve anyways without, like, even if you kill the Mech Warper. I'm actually playing Scientist. It's like a slow card. It's not like keeping Mirror in your hand where you can time it on their turn, like on key turns, going to like turn 5 or something like that. Two Blast Mage, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use one. That's certainly awkward. Especially since like swipe, but I still think it's better to freeze it than not. Something I was considering is if I hit it twice, maybe I would just trade the Scientist into it, play around swipe a little bit, but it's not possible with how it worked out for me. Yeah, so this is a case where I'm trying to maximize my RNG. If I just play Blast Mage, let's just play it first anyways. It's almost impossible to kill it. I might just get to 4-1 and go for it, but if it hits it once, actually this makes more sense. Something considers like time rewinding the Mad Scientist now you get a mirror entity, but I think I'd rather have the extra pressure. I don't think any trade is particularly weak to, so I don't want to just like attack like this. I'm too close to lethal. So let's see, I need to play more. I think they added me to the list of top streamers. It's because the reason why is because I wasn't streaming last year. I think that's basically for 2014. And I started streaming December 2014, so you know, I don't know if it's fair to put me in, but they did actually put me in eventually. Like I wasn't there at first. So I was considering this freeze, go face. I leave myself with more power on board, I'm fairly weak to swipe, and the reason why I didn't is because I'm very likely going to spend all my mana next turn Spire Tank Clockwork. It feels weird to leave it as 2-1 because then I have to ping it, and I don't have anything. Like, maybe I would do it if I had 2-drop, but not with my hand like this. Freezing his face is pretty important here. You consider whether I'm playing the Gnome. It's pretty weak to swipe. I might just save it, honestly. Okay, so this is actually frozen for 2 turns. Kind of cool. I can play a 5-drop here and still ping this next turn. So, oh yeah, Lothab's really big here. If I play Drake, he can coin out Sylvanas, kind of awkward. This locks out his coin, really important. One thing I'm saying is I play Drake because I can't Drake plus Frostbolt for 4, right? Because I cost 7 mana and only 6. But I think locking out Sylvanas is one of the biggest things here. Like if I played Drake coin out Sylvanas, it'd be really awkward. I can't. It's hard for me all in without fireballs. I'd probably have to trade for Sylvanas, both of them. It'd be really awkward. And now you can't Sylvanas anymore. This turn. Thinking of Drake plus Cloak on this guy, or Toshli. Let's go ahead and get some value from my spare card. Kind of a weak trade for me if he kills a 3-1 with this guy. He's already used 1 swipe. Plus, I don't get really wrecked by swipe. I guess he would clear my board, but he'd lose all his creatures too. Pretty important turn to play Mirror Entity. This is going into his turn 7/8 with the coin. Very big minion, like scary minions come down here. I need 1 to the face to win.
Witness the power of pure water!
Minions, servants, soldiers of the cold dark, obey the call of Kel'Thuzad.
The pleasure is mine.
Well, this is a thorny situation. Get it? Thorny? It's because I'm a druid. I am humorous.
Put your faith in the light!
You face Jaraxxus, Eredar Lord of the Burning Legion.